though we did not have any task for yesterday. But still, do you have any question on theory part and anything which you did not understand? I put two questions yesterday. Difference between backup and ASR or DR, and what is an instant recovery snapshot. So I hope you guys went through this, read about it, and if you guys have any issues, please let me know while others are joining. Yes, guys, anyone? Any doubt, any question, any concept which you did not understand? Or is it clear for everyone till now?
Yes.
Okay, so let's wait for a minute or so. I see people are still joining. Let them join, and then we can start further. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
guys, yeah, sorry, someone was asking
yeah,
something.
yeah, Hussein here.
Yes, Hussein.
Uh, in with respect to that topic, like instant snapshot, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just for the fast retention of
Yes,
that file.
yes,
For that
yes,
we should select it, right?
right. Fast restore.
Okay.
Retention is something different. Restore is something different. So to
Restore.
fast restore,
Right.
yes, retention is something you're retaining it there. But this is not for the fast retention. Retain तो सबका सेम ही होने वाला है, right? For fast restore कि मुझको कल का बैकअप से रिस्टोर करना, it should be done quickly. परसों के बैकअप से करना, it should be done quickly. 3 दिन की पहले से बैकअप से करना, it should be done quickly. But once it has been moved to a vault or to a storage account, कहीं पर move हो गया, then it will take some time. Now how much exactly the difference and gap, वो जो है इतनी डिटेल नहीं है. I mean होगी, I'm sure कहीं ना कहीं होगी, in depth पढ़ते हैं तो, but you don't need that.
And it's just 5 days, like for the only 5 days maximum we can keep we can retain there that file in the instant snapshot.
No, I don't think so. Was it 5 days? We'll check that again. When we create a policy today, we'll check again. Retaining the instant snapshot you're talking about, right? Retention of backup, I guess it was 5 days minimum and maximum 9999 or 999 maybe 999 something. We'll see the numbers exactly. And instant snapshot days, we'll check that. So let's start. Many people have joined, so let's quickly start. I hope you all are familiar with these concepts, whatever we have discussed by now. So let's quickly go to, I'll log into my portal and we'll start. So today we'll start creating a policy. Okay, I see people are still joining, but still, we'll get started now. That's it. So today we are going to start with policy creation. And this is what you will be asked. They will ask you in your interview that have you ever worked on policy? Have you ever created a policy? So you can say, yes, I have. On what basis did you decide the parameter? There you can say, no, I did not decide the parameter. Parameters were there already in the LLD, low level background, low level diagram, but I created it, I implemented it. Okay, that's what you can say. Clear, guys, to everyone? So this is the
Yes.
VM where I have already taken the backup, everything is done. Okay, I'll show it to you. Once we create a policy and we start the backup, जब backup में थोड़ा time लगता है, by that time I will come back in here and I'll show you कि होने के बाद कैसे दिखने वाला. So let me open a duplicate tab. And guys, backup please do not leave it on. Okay, बिल्कुल भी बैकअप को ये मत छोड़ना, बहुत जल्दी आप लोगों का बैलेंस ही हो जाएगा. Whenever you do the backup practice, as soon as your backup has been done, delete everything. Your backup, your original machine, delete everything. In fact, delete the resource group. If Don't delete your own resource group unless you have access on your subscription level. Otherwise, you won't have access to create something new. But delete everything from that resource group. Okay. So here, let's go ahead and I'll create a new resource group for our practice. You already have a resource group named backup. I'm naming this as backup 1. Okay. It is in East US. This is just a resource group. It doesn't matter. Still letting you know for your information. Okay. Now let's start creating a virtual machine. Backup 1. This is the one which we're using. This is the name what I'm giving to this machine. Let's keep it East US. We don't want any redundancy as of now. And keep Windows. You can use anything, but as of now, I'll just keep Windows. This size is good enough for me. But make sure when you guys are practicing, take the smallest size because you have a quota issue, right? So don't take an oversized machine because we don't need it at all. Yeah, but what we have to practice, it doesn't require a big size of machine. I will enable this because I have to take the remote to that machine just to show you, show it to you guys that the file is already there. I'll add another disk also. 16 GB is good enough for me. As of now, I'm just creating a virtual machine. I hope all of you remember these steps, right? Hence, I'm going very fast.
Yes.
Okay, now let the machine get started or get created, and then we'll go ahead and create our backup policy, or maybe we can start doing it right away here. We created machine in East US. So where do we, what is the first thing I told you? We should require to have a backup. Very basic thing. Which service is needed? Component rather.
Recovery service wallet.
Yes. Who was that?
Amit.
Whoever. Correct answer. Yes. Yes, Amit. It's a recovery service vault. So either I can create it separately, or I can create it when I start my first backup from that particular machine, right? But I'm going to show it to you how to create it separately. Machine से बनाना वैसे ही काफी easy है. Whatever you create, guys, see, whatever you create, uh, by linking to a particular resource, it becomes very easy. It will pick up many options, और बहुत सारी जो है ना options वहां से वो pick कर लेगा. So it will be very easy task for you to create it from this option. Let's say this is the machine we are talking about. I'll take remote also to this machine and we'll create a file just in case you guys want to see how the backup works. Otherwise, it is not needed for you guys to create a machine when you do the practical. But if you do it, it's well and good. Up to you. OS level ज़्यादा चीज़ आपसे नहीं पूछी जाती है. You have to focus on this cloud thing. Today we are gonna learn how to backup, how to restore, what are the options available we have for restore. And if time permits, we'll start ASR. So I'm waiting for machine to come up. This is the machine we have. All these Windows related tasks, even if you don't understand, that's completely fine, guys. Yeah, I am doing it. So just you guys get an idea about it, that how it looks, how it works. It's, someone who is familiar with Linux, they will have different steps here, and they will have to mount their drive here. But that's okay, completely fine, even if you don't understand it. In this case, I don't think so. We need to turn off the firewall. So I'm leaving that. Let me create a file. We'll back up it. We'll delete that file, and then we'll try to restore the machine. Okay. So here, let me create it on desktop. Test file. Okay. I'm just doing it so the size of this file will be in MBs at least. This looks good. Okay, so now I have a file here on the desktop named test file. Okay, this is it. That's all we have to do on a machine. Now let's go to portal. If you want to take backup, this is one option, right? From where you take the backup, from where you can take the backup. Here you can start creating a vault, a service recovery vault and everything, but we are not going to this option. What we are doing, we are creating a recovery service vault manually. So is there any this one I have any limitation, or can I create it anywhere, wherever I want, any region or anything specific I need to take care of while creating a service vault?
Should be in the same resource group.
Yes. Should be in the same resource group. Did someone say resource group?
Same subscription.
No, same resource group. It's not needed. Same subscription, to an extent, it's fine. Yeah, because we are when we're talking about Azure virtual machines, right? So ठीक है, same subscription, it's fine. Same resource group, it's not needed. What is the main thing? What should be the same? Similar. एक चीज है,
Same region.
region. Yes,
Region.
region has to be same. Right? Resource group, I can create a new resource group, or I can use the same resource group also. But in actual environment, you will always see a new resource group. ठीक है, यहाँ पर it's always in practice you will see multiple resources in one resource group, और बहुत सारी चीजें हम क्लब कर देते हैं. It's just for our ease of doing it, right? But actual environment में सब कुछ बहुत segregated होता है. Okay, now cross subscription restore is enabled by default for all vaults. What do you understand by this statement? Which means if I take a backup and if I share the backup with you, you guys will be able to restore it on your own subscription. So that is your cross subscription restore, right? Unless I have some encryption key. If I have encryption key, I'll have to share it with you. Got it, guys? Till here?
Yes.
Okay. Networking, I did explain it to you, right? In this case, though I am capturing only machines from my Azure, still I don't want to go ahead and do this what do you say, endpoint points and etc. So I'm allowing all the network, and I can deny public and allow private, the one which we discussed, but we'll have to add your private endpoints. We're not doing that, and even you don't have to do that in your practice. It's okay. Main thing what we have to learn here is our policy, right? The backup policy, that is very main thing. And here we missed one thing, which is vault name. So we can say recovery service vault. Fine. I hope it works. Not sure if this one also has only lower letters condition. No, it doesn't. Yeah, let's create it. It's almost done. Once this is done, we will have a vault like this, the one which we looked at. This is the recovery service vault. But I'm just waiting and letting you see this, because when you have to practical, you should not stuck somewhere, but we don't have to click anywhere. And so I'm going to on this screen. This is how we will see it, but it won't have any backup. It won't have any backed up items. In this one I have, because I've already initiated. See, as your virtual machine backup, I have one item, but here once this gets created, you won't have anything. Right, so let's wait. Yes, guys, any questions still here? It has been created. Now we'll go ahead and start the backup for the first backup. So any questions do you have till here?
No.
Okay, so I'll go to the resource. Now if I go to this machine, guys, here under backup, it should give me an option to here it is. Can you see? Either I can create a new one or I can select the existing one. Yesterday it was grayed out. Is it clear, guys? That when you have one service recovery vault, this recovery service vault, then you will always have an option to connect with that. Is it clear? But we don't have to do this. We'll again go back here. We are on the vault. यहाँ से हम लोग add करेंगे. What is the drawback if I do it from here? I'll have to go to every individual machine and then I will have to do it. Clear? Or if I come to the vault, what is the benefit? Under vault, I can add multiple machines from that region. So let's quickly see that. Either I can click on getting started, or I can create the backup policy first. So let me see the backup policy. There are multiple policies as of now. This is good for SQL Server, Azure, and VM. This is good for Azure Virtual Machine, and this is better for Azure Virtual Machine. Either I can use these or I can create my own. Let's have a look at this. What does it say, the default policy? Default policy says that daily there should be backup at 6:30 p.m. This is the time, universal time zone. Instant recovery snapshot is for 5 days. Sorry, 2 days. The value must be between 1 to 5. Yes, Susan. So your question, this is your question, right? This was your question. That was what is the maximum value for retain instant snapshot? So maximum can be 5. Okay. So this is what you can select here. I hope all of you are thoroughly sure about it and very comfortable with this topic, right? Then what does it mean when I say weekly backup point? What does it mean when I say monthly backup point? What does it mean when I say yearly backup point? Anyone who did not understand this, guys? Please feel free to ask if you haven't understood this. Yes, guys, anyone?
No.
Yeah, clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone, guys? I'm still waiting. I'm giving you time because this is very important topic. Think through it. कुछ ऐसे है अभी भी माइंड में आ रहा है कि नहीं यार ये नहीं समझा था.
So, Sohail bhai, I have one question.
Hmm.
Retention of yearly backup point. When we
Hmm.
have this point option where we
Hmm.
can save the data only for the entire year.
Hmm.
So why we have to go through the daily and weekly and monthly?
It's a simple answer. I'll just explain it to you. Wait. But it's good you people are asking question. And I still doubt that you guys have questions. I'm not sure why are you not asking. So this is my machine. You're saying if I have yearly backup option, why am I going daily, right? So let's say
Yes.
this is my banking application and I did something, I backed it up. The backup was taken on 31st of March. When I say yearly, तो मतलब साल में एक ही बार होगा, ठीक है? And let's say that I have selected that date as 31st March of every year, which means 31st March 2023 का मेरे पास backup है. What if something goes wrong on 1st April, 2nd April 2023, 4th April, May, 1 मई में कुछ बिगड़ गया? Will I be able to recover anything?
No.
Now you understand that why do we have daily backup?
Okay. Got it.
और ये साल भर का एक बार एक कॉपी इसलिए रख रहे हैं कि सब कुछ इसमें आ गया है. चलो, everything we have captured here and now let's keep it for 10 years. एक कॉपी को 10 साल तक रखना, it's not a big task. इतनी सारी कॉपीज को हम 10 साल तक रखेंगे, it will be a huge problem. Clear,
Got
guys?
it, sir.
Anyone
Yes.
else?
So Sohail bhai, like it can be like situations to keep like quarterly files and then monthly files. In that sort of way, they have given such option.
Sorry, what is the
Like,
question, Hussein? Didn't get it.
like they have given so many
Hmm.
different like options to, because like in companies they have to keep like sometimes like quarterly files
Hmm.
for a quarter and then for a month
Hmm.
and for daily and then for yearly.
Right. So what is the question?
No, I'm not going question. I'm
Okay,
just
you're just explaining, elaborating it. Yeah,
making
got it.
sure, yeah, making
Right.
sure
So
of my understanding that it can be that
right. It
there are
depends on
certain
the application. See, this is this cannot ever be decided at your end, at admin team. No matter how good you are technically, you have 10 years of experience, you have 20 years of experience, everything. Okay, you know Azure in and out, everything. But do you know the nature of the application? Do you know who's hosting the application? Do you know their compliance? Do you know their local bodies, policies, government policies, their legal compliance? We don't know that, right? So the only person who can tell us about it is application owner. Let's say that application owner says that we need to keep this data for 7 or 8 years. It is compliance for us. Then you can suggest something like this कि ठीक है, डेली का बैकअप इसको तो 7 साल तक नहीं रख सकते ना हम लोग. It will be too much. So what we'll do, ये डेली का हम 15 days का रखते हैं. This is for redundancy option. This is for restore option. Okay, यहाँ से हम restore ले सकते हैं चाहे कुछ भी कोई खराब हो जाए. Let's say 30 days, right? And then every Sunday का रखते जाएंगे हम लोग. What will happen, इससे भी आपके पास एक एक कॉपी हर संडे की बचती रहेगी if that is needed. But he's saying नहीं संडे वगैरह का नहीं चाहिए. That's okay, remove that. ऐसे ही मंथली भी नहीं चाहिए मुझको, कोई इशू नहीं है. So you can go ahead with these two options also. You can go ahead with these two options also. So it's completely up to your application owner. But you should know क्या क्या options है यहाँ पर. Clear है guys? To everyone? Yes guys. Yes, no, maybe.
So I was not present yesterday for yesterday's class, so I would
Hmm.
need to go through your recordings and if there's any doubt, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, please,
Like
please.
I was not able to attend yesterday's class completely.
No
So
worries.
I'll refer to your recordings and get back to you.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
So here I told you guys yesterday one thing. What do you have to take care of? Time zone, right? It should not happen कि वहां पर मैंने एक टाइम जोन लगा रखा और मेरे सर्वर में एक अलग टाइम जोन है. आपका बैकअप जो है ना प्रॉपर रन नहीं होगा, वो डेफिनेटली वो जॉब फेल हो जाएगा. So we have to make sure जो सर्वर पे टाइम जोन है, and you will not match your server's time zone to your backup time zone. You will always match your backup time zone to your server time zone. सर्वर का टाइम जोन आप अपनी कन्वीनियंस के हिसाब से चेंज नहीं कर सकते हो. इसमें एप्लीकेशन वगैरह बहुत सारी चीजें जो है डिपेंडेंसी होती है. सो यू वोंट चेंज दिस वन. नाउ फॉर प्रैक्टिकल आई एम चेंजिंग इट. दैट्स कंप्लीटली फाइन. ठीक है? Are you guys getting it? वैसे भी you won't have access to change it, so you don't have to worry about it. सर्वर पे एक्सेस होने ही नहीं वाला आप लोगों के पास, but I'm just telling you that सर्वर का आप you'll never go ahead and ask user to change it, or maybe when you are creating a server तब आपके पास access है, that time also you'll not say कि यार चलो यहाँ पर UTC आ गया ना, I'll go to server and change UTC over there. No, whatever time zone server application owner or server owner has requested, you will create the server in that particular time zone and you'll make sure that यहाँ पर वो time zone को आप match कर रहे हो. Clear है guys? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now let's see now what is the time? 2:30, right? So we'll put it for, okay, I don't have an option where I can type in something, right? Manual नहीं type कर सकता हूँ, so let's take 3 p.m. Okay, तो half an hour में उस server का backup अपने आप हो जाएगा. Okay, this is you have already got. We don't require all this. ये कुछ नहीं चाहिए हम लोगों को. ठीक है, 3 p.m. Let's say 15 days. वैसे भी हम एक ही दिन का हम आज ही check करके इसको delete करने वाले हैं, so it doesn't matter. Okay, now I'll update the policy. This I have modified the standard default policy. There's one more enhanced policy. It's almost similar to that, exactly like that. But what will happen here? You can take multiple backups. If you have a crucial application, if you guys remember, yesterday in my MS Paint, I was showing that it is taking backup once a day, right? Here also what we saw, once a day. But what if something happens in the evening? Backup मेरा morning में हो गया और evening में कुछ हो गया, तो 12-13 घंटे का data loss हो रहा है, which I do not want. So here you can change the frequency, that I want hourly frequency, starting 8 hours, and every 4 hours I should take a backup, or every 6 hours, or let's say at least every 12 hours. So if I take backup every 12 hours, how many backups will I have on daily basis?
Two backups.
Six.
Two.
Two
For
backup,
12
right?
hours.
This
12
was
hours.
earlier, guys. They were asking these questions, that what is the limitation of Azure backup, and earlier we used to answer this, that Azure backup doesn't have multiple backups, because ये पहले नहीं था. And now I'm looking at this, so now you cannot use that answer. So we have multiple backups also. Rest everything is same, so we are not discussing this. Okay, rest everything is same. ये ऐसे ही होगा, ये सब भी ऐसे ही होगा, बस ये जो आप दिन में एक बैकअप ले रहे थे ना, now you will have 2 backups. Okay, but we are not going with enhanced policy. So either you can go with default policy, or you can go with enhanced policy, or you can add your own policy. What are you adding it for? Azure file share, SQL, SAP HANA? No, we are discussing only Azure virtual machine. You can add your own policy. See, enhanced or standard, depends. Look at this, you will understand very quickly. You will understand कि यहाँ पे frequency में only daily and weekly का option है. Clear? And here if you see, you have frequency hourly. ये hourly वाला option नहीं है आपके standard वाले में. So if a question comes to you that what is the difference between standard and enhanced policy, will you be able to answer, guys?
Yes.
Okay. One quick question. This was asked in another group. Few of them are there in that group also. That if I have set up a machine on standard policy, can I go ahead, and backup has started, I've taken the backup for 2 days or something, can I go ahead and change that to enhanced policy? And this was an interview question also. What do you think? Can we do that when the backup is running as in not literally at that time? I'm not saying कि exactly 12 बजे change कर सकता हूँ क्या, but backup is running से मतलब something like this. Let me show it to you. Understand the question. If you don't understand it, ask me, I will explain it again and try to answer. This is my machine. On this, if I go to backup, is backup configured on this machine or not? What do you see?
Yeah, it's configured.
Yes. So now this machine, it is a part of standard policy. Okay, it is a part of standard policy. So the question was, and how will I check that? I can go to the service recovery vault. I can check the backup items. Azure virtual machine. This is the machine I was talking about. Here it is. See, backup item and the complete details you will see here. इसमें कहीं पर दिख जाएगा policy वगैरह कहाँ पर, will see that जब हम scratch से कर रहे हैं उसको. But can I change the policy? That is the question. So what do you think, guys? Can we change the policy? From standard to enhance to a machine where the backup has already been configured. Salman says yes. Anyone else? So this was on standard. Okay, default. Look at this. This is on default, and I'll try to change to enhance. I kept this just to show you this practical. You cannot. Okay, just don't looking at this. You might think ये हो रहा है. The answer is you cannot. Workarounds है वहां पर बहुत सारे. That is fine. You don't have to get into workarounds. Implementation team बहुत ज्यादा workaround के चक्कर में पड़ती नहीं है कभी, because you have plenty of time. You don't have that pressure on you. कोई प्रोडक्शन डाउन हो नहीं रहा है, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. I mean, why would you spend your 20 minutes और ये सब क्यों करोगे आप लोग, right? इससे better what will you do? Will simply just disable all the बैकअप एंड एवरीथिंग. और चाहिए तो उसको वॉल्ट को भी डिलीट कर दो, सब कर दो, एक स्क्रैच से न्यू बनाओ. If and if you have missed something this time, make sure you're doing it correctly, because you haven't hand over the server yet. It is with you, so it's you're just playing with it. और ही ज्यादा कुछ ब्लंडर हो गया, delete the server also. How much time will it take to create a server? यहाँ we are still doing it using portal, but still you can see एक portal में भी 40 minutes के session में we have created one server, we have created backup policy and everything, right? This is in 40 minutes session. So in your actual environment you will have scripts and everything. वहां पर बहुत ही quickly हो जाता है. So you won't take these many hurdles and steps. इतना लोड नहीं लोगे आप इस चीज का when it comes to your implementation. Support वालों को करना पड़ता है because they don't have that liberty के simply go ahead and delete it and create a new one. No, they don't have that liberty. Production चल रहा है, server reboot भी नहीं कर सकते, उनके लिए काफी issues होते हैं, right? So yeah, let this we'll come back to this one जब ये होता है, but you'll get an error here that this is not supported. Yes, so be rest assured about it when they ask if you can change a policy from standard to enhance for a server or for anything which has been configured already in backup. The answer is no. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? Okay, we were
Yes.
creating a policy. Do you want me to show you
Yes.
one policy या हम default कोई use कर ले? I mean, nothing is just you have to change the name. यहाँ पर name आपको देना है, बाकी तो सब कुछ जो standard में है वही हम लोग default policy में वही पर हम लोग ये use कर रहे हैं. So do you want me to create one? Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. We can.
Yes. Yes, Solvay. Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's say this is the name I have given. And again, here you see only one policy we are practicing, but in your actual environment, you will see multiple policies. हर एक छोटे छोटे इसके लिए भी एक अलग policy बना देते हैं वो लोग. Right? I'll have to make sure that I'm selecting correct time zone. Retain snapshot, 1 is enough or 2 is enough. It's fine. ये weekly वगैरह पे हम we are not waiting for that moment. So just create the policy. Here it is, guys. Can you see? The resource write operation failed complies because technical terminal provision failed. Click here for the details. Now, if I go ahead and read the details, the resource feature operation failed complete successfully because it reached terminal provision. Throw error. Okay. Now this is not the exact error, but it's going to fail again, right? And changing policy, it's not possible. If you want, when you do the practical, try it and try to change the policy. But for sure, it is not possible. It is available on Microsoft sites also, and that is the correct answer. You can go ahead and check this. Here we have got some different error. This has something related to the access or something else is there. We can check this later. But changing policy from standard to enhance is not possible. And you can make a practical and check whether changing from enhanced to standard is possible or not. So maybe I'll just put it as a task for today, that create a backup with standard policy and try to change it to enhance and vice versa. So you have enough task for this week. Okay, this is the policy which I have created. Now how to start backup. Okay, we have created our policy. We already have existing policies. Either we can use that or we can use our policy, but how to start backup? So either I can start from here, I can start from here, I can start from here. It is taking me to one place. Let's click on start. What am I backing up? Is it on-prem? Is it hub? Is it HCI or is it normal Azure? In our case, it's Azure. And it is Azure virtual machine. So click on backup. Now here you will get the policies. Okay, default policy or the one which I have created. So both are same in this case. Daily 3 p.m. Indian standard time, return 2 days, everything. Here I can add multiple machines, guys. मशीन से जाके आप करते हो तो एक ही मशीन होगा. यहाँ पर I'll see all the machines which are not already configured and which are in the same region, and I'll be able to add them. Standard policy not supported for trusted Azure VMs. Okay, I made that mistake while creating it. Okay, guys, 1 minute is left. We'll take a break of 5 minutes and we'll resume the session using same link. And I'll explain this to you. What is it? This is a new feature. I'll explain it. We'll resume at 14:45.